I'm just confused. I don't know what is actually at the root of this. Hi, my name is Lacey, and welcome to my recap of episodes 53 and 55. 54 was After Sun or Unseen Bits, so we're skipping that one and doing 53 and 55. They're both kind of short filler episodes for me, so we're gonna move right along. And if you like my recaps, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and or leave a comment because I'd love to hear from you. And I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers by the end of the year, so thank you so much for your support. Okay, so we're in the middle of a fight between Ella and Whitney, and Ella won an entire talking, and he's just kind of like trying to comfort her. Ella's saying, oh, Whitney can't take the banter, but she can give it. Whitney is explaining her side to Locken, and he's kind of like, wait, so this is over a shower? And she's like, no, it's about more than that. And so he's a little confused. I feel like he's supportive of Whitney, but I feel like he's also not agreeing with her stance, her argument. I think. I could be wrong. Molly and Jess give Ella one a hug after she's done talking to Ty. Mitch and Ella too are smooching. The hideaway is open and they vote for Sam and Jess, and I did not watch this part. In the morning, Jess is happy. Locken hopes that Whitney and Ella, one, can squash it and still be friends, but Whitney stands by it and she thinks that, she doesn't consider Ella a friend, which is kind of sad because I thought they were friends. Like, I don't get it. Everyone speculates about what's going to happen between the two of them. So, because I guess this is such drama or there is no other drama to focus on besides Abby and Mitch and Scott and Ella, and that's boring as fuck. So I guess they send Ella and Whitney out on a date to squash their beef. And Jess encourages Ella to stay strong. I want Whitney's cheetah bathing suit. Whitney says, I come with facts, I speak the truth. And Whitney doubles down on on her argument during the date. And that makes Ella very sad. And she says, oh, so then you admit it's because of the challenge and not the shower. And it's just like all this back and forth. And Whitney's like, this is why we're not friends. Like, I don't need to use a challenge to sugarcoat how I feel. I'm just confused. I don't know what is actually at the root of this. So if I were in either of their shoes, I'd be like, okay, what are you mad about? Okay, you called me selfish. I'm mad that you said I was selfish. Okay, why did you say I was selfish? Okay, why? Was it the shower? Was it just the shower? Okay, if it wasn't, what else was it? Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Or, why do you think I'm smug? I think you're smug because of this. But it just keeps going around in circles saying I'm honest, I don't need a challenge. But it's like, but you're speaking in riddles and you're going around in circles and nothing is clear. Nothing is clear. The world is a lie. That night though, when everybody's getting ready for bed, Whitney hugs Ella goodnight. So that was kind of nice. And they said, oh, I'm sorry for hurting your feelings, but you did hurt me too. So I think they're both sorry and hopefully we can move on from this as well. Whitney talks to Jess and it's kind of the same, like, oh, they can give, but they can't take it. Whitney said that Locken is too good to be true, and she's very happy with him. And then Jess says she's looking forward to the outside because she wants tests with Sam in the real world. And I'm thinking, why? He's had enough tests. You don't need more tests. If there is another test and he fails, please leave. Please leave. That's the only good I can see coming from this. You don't need any more tests, okay? Sam is going to fail. Abby thinks that Scott is not into her because she's not getting very much affection from him. He says he's a slow burn, and she's like, if you're just not into me, just say you're not into me. And he's like, no, I fancy you. I'm just a slow burn. Locken does tell Scott to not waste Abby's time, so I hope Scott listens to it. Because from what it seems, Scott's not into her. And that's okay. He just needs to be honest about it with her and everybody else and himself. And the episode ends with Sam asking Jess to be his girlfriend, and she says yes. And they both need their brains checked. So that brings us to episode 55. 54 was unseen bits and 56 was after sun. So we're not doing those. So we just did 53 and now we're here at 55. This is the family episode, and honestly, I find these really boring because the families are on TV. They're going to be nice. And then the islanders are with their families and friends, so they're going to be nice. So everything's just going to be happy and nothing's going to be honest. And so I find the family episode quite boring, to be honest. In the morning, Jess is happy. Abby and Scott are grumpy. Scott says he's interested, but he's trying not to force anything with Abby. But Abby says that he still needs to show it because he's not. Zach's family comes and they give him a hard time about like, how many people have you kissed? And his family likes Molly and they might see a future with her for him. Molly's dad pulls Zach aside and says like, hey, what was that with the challenge? And then Zach said, yeah, I handled that wrong. And Molly's dad is like, you gonna behave yourself on the outside world? And Zach's like, yeah, of course. And then Molly and everybody, all the families get together and they joke about like, you could have kissed anybody, just not Katie, and whatever. Everybody's happy. Great. Ella 2 and Mitch. We don't get much of Ella 2 and her family and friends. She's just happy and they're just happy to see her. Mitch, I'm not sure about Mitch's mom. I think she's doing too much. She said that Abby still likes him. It's obvious. And she says that Abby is like a dog with a bone. And I thought that was kind of rude. So I didn't really like that. No wonder Mitch thinks he's the greatest all the time. But she does chastise Mitch for telling Abby and Ella 2 different things. And Mitch does own up to that. And he said, yeah, I know, I kind of did that. The group gets together and they see growth and they like the two, they like Ella 2 and Mitch together. And then the parents go over to everybody and Mitch's mom gives Abby a hug and makes it especially weird, going like, oh, I'm so sorry, like, oh, you're doing such a good job. And it's like, can you not make this worse than it already is? Like, don't be patronizing. Don't do this. Just say hi, nice to meet you. Okay, moving on. Okay, I don't need you to like pity me. Lockin and Whitney's families come, and Whitney is with her mom and sister, and Lockin is with his mom and dad. Lockin is very, very happy to see his family. Whitney's mom and sister really like Lockin. They call him a good guy. And they say, hey, are you guys like closed off? And she says, no, we're not 100% exclusive yet, but we're getting there. And Whitney's mom also asks her about babies and she just giggles. And it's like, Mom, come. Mom, stop it. Lockin's family, they like Whitney. He does see a future with her. When Whitney's sister takes Lockin aside and is like, what are your intentions with my sister? Lockin says he does plan to make it exclusive. He just wants it to be 100% sure. I think he really just wanted his family's consent or approval. Not like he needed it, but it just helped his case. So he wants to make things exclusive, but it's just a matter of time. And so Whitney's sister is very happy with that. And they go over to the group and everybody's happy and they're loving the growth and they're loving Lockin and Whitney together, just like everybody else. Abby and Scott. So earlier in the day, Scott was telling Zach that he is not feeling Abby and he thinks he's going to end it. And Zachariah then tells everybody else. He mumbles something in front of the group and Whitney's like, everybody heard that. Do you want to just go ahead and share it now? But because the parents are here, everybody's on their best behavior. So Abby's family is kind of encouraging her to keep at it with Scott and that, oh, he's just a slow burn. It's okay. And meanwhile, Scott's family is like, oh, it's okay that you're a slow burn, you know, do you really like her? And he's like, yeah, it's okay, it's cool. And then when the group gets together, everybody gets together, you could tell how uncomfortable Scott is because he's like, I don't really want to be with her, but I have to maintain this facade because the parents are here. It's just rough. Lastly, we get Sam and Jess's families. Sam's family likes Jess, and Jess, her mom and friend or sister, I don't remember. Her mom likes Sam, but then when Jess asks, oh, do the friends like Sam? She's like, no, they don't. And you know what? I'm glad she said no because if Jess was my friend, I wouldn't like Sam either. Oh no, I'm sorry. Lastly is Ella 1 and Ty. They are happy together. The families are happy to see each other. They like Ella, they like Ty. They think, you know, there's some grafting to do for the cast at more. There's some grafting to do for Ty's shenanigans, but generally they're happy and they see growth. And again, the parents bring up babies and ugh, Too much. Too much, too soon. The families are gone. Get rid of them. Jess is sad, getting ready for bed, that her friends don't like Sam. Lachlan sees a future with Whitney, and he takes her up to the terrace, and he says, I want to make it exclusive. I just don't know when. Just stick with me. We're on the right track. So, you know, just hang in there. And then Molly and Zach say, it's real. Molly takes him up to the terrace, got him a bracelet when she was originally kicked off, and she was ready to wait for him. And so she gives him this special bracelet. Zach says, I really like you and only you, and they smooch. And that is it for the family episode, episode 55. So that was 53 and 55. For some reason, Hulu is not letting me watch 57, like the talent show episode. It's not available. So I might have to skip that one altogether. I'm not sure. But if you don't see episode 57, the talent show, it's because Hulu won't let me see it. Blame Hulu. So if nothing else, I will see you back here for episode 58. What did you think of these 2 episodes of Love Island? Did you like the families? Did anything stand out for you? Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Take care.